with Dad this morning to check cows. We haven't been out to check them in a week or so, so we thought we'd come out and, well, I haven't been out with a live video in a week or so to check them. Dad comes out every day. But we thought we'd come out and see how they're doing. Dad said that there was a new calf that was born up here in this field yesterday, and Madeline is joining us this morning. So we are going to turn it around and go through and check on the cows and see how they're doing. So Dad was telling me that right now up in this field, which is the field that's by my house, there are about 75 calves that have been born the last 3 months. And these calves, I think for the most part, have not been worked. They don't have the tacks in their ear. We've got a lot of calves that are laying out this morning enjoying the sun. Though it was kind of odd, we were seeing a bunch of cows and calves that were down in the brush, which is kind of unusual. Normally they don't go down into the brush like that unless it's really hot or unless it's raining or storming. But not sure the reason, but they're out there. So right now we're just kind of going around checking on everybody, making sure that all the calves are looking good, and that we don't see any calves that look sick with droopy ears or snotty noses or diarrhea that we would need to give shots to. And a bunch of them are up here gathered up by my house. There's the back end of my house with the goats. A lot of times the calves like to come up here and say hi to the goats. You can see that there's some hay up here still that's been rolled out that they like to munch on. The fields are looking really green right now. They've really gotten pretty and greened up with all the rain that we've had, which is really good. That way the cows and calves have a lot of fresh grass that they can be eating at this point. Hopefully we'll continue to see that trend. It also helps because then that means we're not using up as much hay for the cows to eat. So I did have somebody ask me before why the cows have different colored tags with different numbers, why they don't all look the same. And the reason is because we get these cows, we buy these cows from the sale barn whenever they're a little bit older, when either they're pregnant or they have calves. So those cows are, what? Okay. Those cows are coming from different owners, and so those owners may have a different system, like they may only use red tags, or they might have special codes on them. It just kind of depends. It also might just be that those are the color of tags that are available at the time. Typically, when we tag our calves, the vet brings out the tags that we use, and we start at 1 and just continue up. And we try to keep them the same color, so when we work a specific group of calves, we keep them all the same color. Yep, here are a couple of our horses that are up here in the field. So these horses were actually ones that we used to ride some. They're not broke to ride, but we don't ride them too much anymore because we have the four-wheelers and the side-by-side that we can use. So they just kind of hang out in the field with the cows and the calves and have a grand old time. Right now, most of the cows and calves must be down in the brush. Not exactly sure why they're hunkering down so much. There's really no reason at this point because it's pretty nice outside right now. There's Bull.
Hey.
Wants some affection. cows and bulls are going to be disappointed when he doesn't have any grain for them to get a treat with. So one of the big reasons that we do always try to tag all the calves when we work them, and then we tag the cows that we keep if they don't already have it tagged, is because it helps us with identifying them. So for instance, this last weekend on Sunday, we were over at the field by the Shawnee School, and we were, oh, okay, yeah, it's just a little bit wet over there. We were going through and sorting out cow and calf pairs to take over to another field, so they would be in a field to work easier with a lot over there. And so we were able to do that pretty quickly because Dad had kept track of the cow and calf pairs. He had a whole notebook where he had written the cow, what type of cow it was, like longhorn, black and white, and then the tag color and number. And then he was also able to put a description down for the calf. It's kind of hard sometimes when you get a lot of cows and calves together in a big group, especially when you get them in from the field. It's kind of difficult to figure out the pairs because they're all kind of a little bit skittish and freaking out from being brought into a new place. So having those numbers, those pairs written down already, helped us to be able to get them sorted out quickly. That's not something that we did very often in the past because Dad was so busy with working more than full-time at his other job before he retired that he just didn't have the time to be able to go through and write down those numbers and those pairs. Now that he has a little bit more time, he's able to do that. Yeah, we're on the lookout now for the new calf that was born yesterday. Dad hasn't seen it yet, so we're going to be looking for that one, making sure it's doing okay. Another pond back down here. There's some paths worn through. Those are just cow paths. It's places where the cows walk a lot and they've worn down the grass. It's really nice to be able to keep track of those because you can see where cows might have walked down when they go down into the ditches or the gullies. It's a little bit easier walking for us if we have to go down there to look for something. Some over by the pond. Trying to find the new calf that was born yesterday. A lot lot of the cows and calves, for some reason, are hunkered down in the brush right now. There's really not a very good reason for them to be down there. It's nice and sunny out. There isn't really any winds, there's no rain, and it's not hot right now, but a lot of them are down in the brush, so it's making it a little difficult for us to see them as we're checking them. And it also means that we're having to travel quite a ways around on the field to try to spot them. Oh, there's some little ducks. Those are not mom's ducks. Those are wild ones. There's 4. Fun little pond over here. See, the calf got out up there. Yeah, when we were walking down here from our house, there was a calf that had its head through the panels over here, and the kids are pretty worried about it, but it was able to get its head. Oh, it is still there. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, this calf hasn't quite figured out how to get its head back through the panel, so we'll have to try to help him out. Small enough that the calves can put their heads through them to get to the grass on the other side. And this calf can be able to get his head back through, but fortunately he hasn't figured out how to twist his head around enough to get it back through. I was hoping that he'd be able to figure it out by the time we came through here, but he hasn't. Here, go back in there. You're all right, Mama. Do you want me to go to the other side? Oh, there he went. The donkeys. What is it? Scooch over. He's hungry. Yeah. Poor guy, he's hungry. We're going to do some more searching through here to see if we can some work on the house today, so we might see if they're doing anything exciting up there with